Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of free roaming here. There is some things that we have to, some things I suggest or recommend on doing. Um, I do know some of the things that I've come across and read about and typically tell you to do all the game missions to start out with and then come back and once you have it all done to do all the other stuff. But there are some things that I just feel are much better to do at the beginning of the game, and of course that's the fire truck mission, paramedic mission. In this one, the paramedics give you extend your life bar. To get into indefinite running, you have to do the burglary missions. So that'll be, I'll talk about that when we come across it a little bit. What we need to do there. But again, one of the things I found really good is coming down into the. Oh God, now I can't even think of the name of these things here. But to come down here to do the to build your bike stamina up. Let's just take see what we're at here on cycling. We're at 5%. All right. I just find it really good irrigation down the irrigation here because this stuff will take you pretty much all the way to downtown, or it does take you right to all the way to downtown. It's a good thing you can use to, when you have a lot of cops after you and stuff because they don't particularly come down here, and so it makes it a lot easier to get away from them. And same if you got hordes of gang after you and stuff too. Another good place to use. So like doing the getting your bike stamina, do things like wheelies and stoppies. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, wrong button there. Right over the handlebars. Odd. Figure by now I'd know how to do these. Yeah, hold it a little too long, you flip over the handlebar. I don't know. I don't quite remember it doing that in the original version, but I think I said that in Vice City as well, right? Yeah, if you kind of just pump the reverse button, you don't go over the handlebars, lets you do it. Right. But it is a good place to do this because you don't have stuff in your way and everything, right? So you can build your stats up fairly good. I say it is a bit of a pain because it does take a little bit of time to do it, but it is worth it, especially when you're trying to do the little side missions there where you got to do obstacle courses with it. And I think there's even a race down a mountain that you have to do on the bike too. So it does make it worthwhile to do it. You can do it at any point of the game, really. But I just prefer to do it in the beginning of the game. That way it's done it out of my hair. Get the boring stuff done and over with so I don't have to bother with it anymore. Kind of be done with it. So I didn't take a look at the clock when I started doing this to see how long it took to go to the end and come back. But of course, watching the video, you can definitely do that. To give you approximately how long it'll take to do this. Oops. Trying to get it to recognize the fact I'm doing a wheelie here. There we go. Takes a little bit of a trick to it. So that was roughly probably going to be about 3 hours. 3 hours there at game time, roughly. Maybe a tad bit more than that. And that puts us at and it gave us 10%. So you get, every 3 hours of game time, you get 10%. Probably take about an hour and a half to do it upright. So, of course, we come in here, just around here somewhere. Actually, you know what? I won't. I was gonna go show you where the motorbike is, but I don't want to lose my pedal bike. Oh, actually, this time around it doesn't matter. Because I basically restarted the game to do this recording because this is stuff I didn't record. So yeah, you come down the irrigation, take this tunnel, and you don't have to. Of course, you can go that way on the road. Whoa, brakes. And then there's off to the right here. So yeah, guy in a gray hoodie. If you take him out, he's a pimp or a drug dealer. Right. So in the parkade here on the second floor is the motorbike. Oh, come on. Man, I hate riding the bike because I gotta change the buttons on this. I screw it up every time, man. All right. So the motorbike come up to the top. There's actually another motorbike up top. This is the 900, or no? I'm sorry, is this the 500? What was he? No, he's the 500. I thought he was the 900. There's a 600 that they have in here, and that bike is, I think, a lot better. This one's faster, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem to handle the same as nice as the 600. Right, and then there's also a gun up here in the corner. This one I generally don't bother with too much. It's just because there's a better one you can start getting. Right, as you can see, same motorbike. Yeah, it's the other one I collect all the time that for doing the vigilante missions, because you need around 1,500 rounds in it. And the reason I recommend doing it on a motorbike, of course, is because you can shoot in front of you, so you can get behind the cars or the bad guys that you have to take out and shoot the snot out of their car. Right, whereas again with this game with the cars, you're limited to shooting just out the left or the right side. Look out, mate! So at least with the motorbike you can shoot straight ahead. Okay, we'll go back to the safe house here, and I'll show from the safe house where there's the gun to be grabbing for getting yourself ready to do the vigilante mission if you wanted to do it early. That's one thing with the games that's always got me, is when they have some real good weapon or something, you know, and you don't get it till there's only 1 or 2 missions left in it. And I always thought that kind of sucked, you know. Like you say, they recommend doing all the story missions and then going back and using the helicopter or the tank to do the vigilante missions and stuff, right? But it's like, well, you know, you could use that extra protection, and it makes it a little bit more fun than if you're, you know, doing it with the helicopter or the tank. I mean, it's easy as pie doing it that way. It's a little more fun, more of a challenge doing it with the bike. All right, so we're at the safe house there. I'm just gonna come and show you where this other weapon is. And again, it's not actually that hard to find, because you could actually, you know, drive straight, hit the tracks, and turn right and follow the tracks up here. And then just come up this ramp. Star there. Good thing to remember when you cops after you. Right, and then she's just up here. And as you'll see, when I go to grab this one, I have to replace the one that I picked up at the car park. Oh, come on, wrong button. uh, I'm not sure if it gives me the ammo though from the other gun, because I'd have to come and try and pick this up without the other gun to see if it does give you the ammo. Because I think when you pick this up, I don't think it gives you 100 rounds each time you pick it up. Alright, so we got that. That's another way down, so come back over to the tracks here so people have kind of an idea where you are. So now what we're going to do, we'll go over to the hospital, which is that great big brown building over there in the back. So this is hospital number, well, one of the hospitals. There's two here. There's one downtown as well. I've always done the ambulance mission with the one downtown. Don't know why. Just always have done it that way. Alright, so there's the ambulance. It always spawns in there. And I also believe that this, like you have to go, oops, sorry, into the icon here. But I believe this will also spawns a health here. Alright, so that wasn't until GTA 4 that they started having health packs spawning at the hospital. Alright, so that's that. And then the fire truck. There he is. I was going to say he's not there. I'm surprised. Okay, he spawns in here. In the original version, if you've seen him here then and you didn't take it, you could be 2 or 3 days before game days, before he spawns in here again. It was quite hard to get him to spawn in again. And of course, for the vigilante mission, you'll need to get yourself a couple of police bikes. Wonder if we shouldn't see about maybe stealing one right now. Oh. There we go. That's how you can steal a police bike. If you kill the police officer, you get 2 stars. But there's one way to steal them. Right, so another thing I suggest to do is to get your lung capacity up to 100%. There are some missions that you have to do in the water. There's also some shells that you have to collect. I say shells, I guess they're clams actually. But you could go around and start collecting the clams too to bring your stamina up on your lungs to 100% as well. Ooh, still got that star. Alright, let me go back to the safe house. Pretty much there. I'll show where the star is over here you can get. Alright, so there's our safe house just over there, just down there. Right down along here, there's a star in there. Guess he didn't like me stealing his police bike. Alright, so we'll come down to the water here, and generally I would have taken this bike to the safe house and saved it, but I'm not going to carry on with this character, so And like I say, another thing you can do as well is not only these. See, this is a gang. This is a drug dealer right here. Oh shoot! Tried to run him over. That's a drug dealer there. And as you can see, each one will spit out a bunch of money plus a gun, right? So that's one way of getting the pistol, and then also building your pistol ammo up. It's a lot better to run over them. The other thing you can do is just see a big crowd of gang members, 4 or 5 together, slam into them with a car, and same thing. It's one way in the mission start to get money and ammunition. Right, and most of the gang members at this point in time, at least on this side, they only have a pistol. Not very often they have something bigger than a pistol, so it's not very hard to survive a pistol. So, and in order to collect the clams, I just suggest go on the internet and you can find maps that show you where they all are, and go around and get them. So of course I had to do the swimming with the keyboard because I'm on foot. That's the way I usually do the stuff. It has to be over your head so you're swimming a bit, right? So I do it with the keyboard. So left mouse to put your head down, or left shift to get them to swim. And then of course you got to move the mouse to get it to go under the water with them. And watch the blue bar. And as it empties out, if it hits 0, then your health will start going down. So you have to get to the surface before it gives up on you. And that's pretty much all there is for that. And this will be clam number 1 on the map to pick up. Probably ain't gonna make it, so I can just go get a breath before I get there. So you can, swim along to and pick up clams. There are a few along here. Alright, so that would be like clam
so
number
something
1.
I should
Add about diving in here is you get a longer lung capacity and stuff. You want to stay kind of close to the shore. If you're out a little bit further, you see what happens. You end up running into the boats. So as you can see, my lung capacity is maximum. And that roughly took about 2.5 game days to get to 100% lung capacity. So it does take a little bit of time, but it's not too bad. If you want to look at GTA 5, you got 3 characters you have to do that with, so I don't think that's too bad for one character. There's also lifting weights, working out in the gym and stuff, but that's not open yet, so it's something else you have to do. Build your character up. If you collect all the clams or oysters, whichever one they call them, if you get all 50 of them, then it doesn't matter the condition you're in. Any woman you come across, you can date. You'll be able to date them regardless. Otherwise, there's one tells you you're too skinny, you gotta fatten up. Another one tells you you're not muscle enough. Another one tells you got too much muscle. So a little bit of a pain that way. But they say, well, you're cruising around doing those things, trying to build your stuff up on the bike, look for those drug dealers, because they're good ones to pop off. You can get some money pretty quick and a fair amount of ammo for your weapons. So, all right, I'm gonna go back and save this. Ooh. And then carrying on with some of the other missions. Actually, I think that's the hole I need to take. Yep, right here.